Hope you enjoyed this one. This is Sullivan Oz Game of Latest review on Bleach chapter 629 on Gate of the Sun. And now they're in the Soul King's palace. The Soul King's force. Now they're in the Watch's new world. He calls it War Watch. I don't know why. It sounds like he named it after himself. Just shifted the name a little bit. Yeah, I don't know what the name means, but it's hard to pronounce, like War Watch. And that's the name of their world. I guess we don't know. I guess you have a translator. I don't know what it means, but that's Kubo for you. Oh, like they all know that their group is coming. They all know that they're prepared for what's gonna happen next. Like seriously, you see, they're prepared for what's gonna happen next, and they are this close. They're gonna lose. They're gonna. They know, especially like uh, like the elite guard. They're all there. They're all there. The elite guard, the elite four, or Harshwalt, and especially Uryu. Like he did this knowing that he would eventually fight his friends. That means Uryu is still up to something. I can see it in his eyes. Like it's either Uryu's making his move to be either kill your watch, or he's doing it purely for his pride as a Quincy, because we still haven't got no explanation. If it turns out to be one big huge betrayal, then then you got my point. But if it's not a betrayal and it was just a cover, then we knew all along. But we got see this through to the end. Meanwhile, you got the others. They're all getting ready to make their move. They're all going straight to the palace. But they notice something. For example, so Yuri Kurasuchi, Captain Kurasuchi's gone. He's separated from the group. He let the others go in first, so he can do his own thing by himself. You always know Kurisuchi has a plan in his head, but he's not the only one. He's not doing this alone. We know he has Nemu with him. Nemu being a kind of bio android, being an artificial being, but he isn't alone with her. He has Kenpachi. Kenpachi apparently went to the bathroom while the others went in first, and he followed after Minori, and he went behind and followed Minori right after that. So basically, he followed Minori. Why Minori was going through his own plans. Like if like that happens, if you fool your friends, shame on you once, shame on you. If you fool your friends, shame on me. Like, but he's not doing it. No, Mayuri, he brought Yumi Chika and Ikaku. He also brought Hanata though with him. Hanata, we all know Hanato's a bit of a whiner. He's not a combat type. He's a healer. But you get the point. But you get the situation. But if you guys know the situation, then you know what's gonna happen next. So basically, they're all gonna get ready to fight. Like they want to get into the Stone King's palace. Meaning Yuri has a plan to probably disable your watch's power. Especially now that he has the Soul King's power, it's gonna be even harder for him. And they're also still going. Well, especially now that they have Aizen. I don't know what Aizen's doing, but you get the point. Right now, the situation is still what you call unnerving. And you also have Ichigo's group, and they can see, they can sense the other's presence. They know why, but they think that by going the direction they're going to, they're gonna eventually meet up with them. But Green Job said this is a bad idea because if you all huddle in a group, it'll be easier for people to find you. If you huddle in a group, people will find you easier. That just leads for more dead people. If people find you easier, it's gonna be harder be easy for the enemy to defeat you. So they're thinking about splitting up, but as they split, they encounter one of your watch's foremen, one of his elite guard. You know that Sosei Aizen looking guy, the one with the droopy lips, the one that can't die, that guy, the one that has this mysterious blood power. He reminds me of Stern Raider Z, that her blood can turn people to zombies. I think his blood has the opposite. Instead of hurting others, it has the ability to affect himself. It's like the opposite effect. You get the point. Like the situation for them is right now very dear, but it's Green Zhao who steps up to fight. It's Green Zhao who steps up to fight him. I'm liking this part because Green Zhao, we haven't seen him fight in so long. I want to see if he improved. I want to see if he has the same power that Ukiyoda had. Remember with Ukiyoda, he had two forms. The first one was Musialano. We exposed his wings and his head changed. And the second was Segunda Tapo. That was his version, kind of like a Bankai. because he's the only person of the Espada that can produce a second release. I want to know if Green Tail's frame has improved so much that he's beyond his title of the sixth strongest Espada. Hell, he even told Neliel, who once had the title of third strongest of the old Espada, maybe we should compete he who for who has the sixth for who has the third title. That means that Green Gel has definitely probably improved all this the entire time he was gone. So basically, Green Gel probably has some strength. He's definitely increased in some power. I want to see. Do you? He probably he probably has. Anybody who has doubts about that, they're probably like lying to themselves. Otherwise, they don't know Green Gel at all. He was a badass during the whole Arankar arc. He's probably still a badass even now. So when it's him the first time to step up. Also, I got a note we get to see this pot shot of Basby, Legato, and the other Terminator I was talking about, the zombie one. And they're hated. They're basically gonna wait for their move to try to see if they can defeat your watch. But I don't. I think these guys can do less. I think these guys didn't do very little to less damage to your watch if they can. But they seem to be but they seem their target isn't just the watch. Apparently they're going to go after Hoshwald next. We haven't seen the full extent of Hoshwald's abilities at all. But knowing him, if he's Juhabak's right hand man, then he's definitely has some kind of power that makes him no joke. But that's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed. That's fine. Comment, subscribe. Thank you. This is some of Alex Gamer of Bleach chapter 629. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. Thank you. Gate of the Sun. Probably some kind of reference to something that's still yet to come. Bye.